Hey, what's happening, man? Welcome back to No Jumping News. It's your host, AD, right here with Poetik Flakko. Let's get right into these stories. First story. R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison Wednesday following his conviction last year on federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges stemming from his efforts to use his fame to attract victims he sexually abused. As previously reported, the disgraced singer was found guilty last September of all charges against him, including racketeering based on sexual exploitation of children, kidnapping, forced labor, and violations of the Mann Act, which bars the transport of people across state lines for sex. Prosecutors had asked the judge to sentence R. Kelly to more than 25 years behind bars, while his defense attorneys asked for 10 or fewer, saying prosecutors' request was equivalent to a life sentence. Those victims were disposable to you, Judge Anna Donnelly told Kelly before imposing a sentence that includes a $100,000 fine. You left in your wake a trail of broken lives. You taught them that love is enslavement and violence and humiliation. Before the verdict was given, 7 women gave victim impact statements detailing the effects of R. Kelly's sexual, emotional, and physical abuse. Angela, a woman who testified at the trial about how the singer sexually assaulted her when she was a teenager, turned to face Kelly when she referred to him as the Pied Piper who lured children with fame. With every addition of a new victim, you grew in wickedness, Angela said. You used your fame and power to groom and coach underage boys and girls for your own sexual gratification. In an official statement from the United States Department of Justice, U.S. Attorney Breon Peace wrote, R. Kelly used his fame, fortune, and enablers to prey on the young, the vulnerable, and the voicelessness for his own sexual gratification, while many turned a blind eye. Though his actions, Kelly exhibited a callous disregard for the devastation his crimes had on his victims and has shown no remorse for his conduct. With today's sentence, he has finally and appropriately been held accountable for his decades of abuse, exploitation, degradation of teenagers and other vulnerable young people. We hope that today's sentence brings a measure of comfort and closure to the victims, including those who have bravely testified at trial, and serves as a long overdue recognition that their voices deserve to be heard and their lives matter. All right, R. Kelly. Bro, usually I don't wish jail on anybody, but in the case of pedophiles and rapists and, you know, people that take advantage of people who cannot defend themselves, R. Kelly's a sick motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That 30 years is 100% justified. I don't stand by that shit. And just having somebody call themselves the Pied Piper for so long and people didn't blink an eye to that shit, being on Aaliyah's Age Ain't Nothing But a Number cover, you know what I'm saying, in the shadows lurking like a, you know what I mean? Like he's a child molesting Batman. Like, no, bro, this shit ain't cool. I don't fuck with it. R. Kelly, you a piece of shit. Even though you was feeding people shit and all that, bro, it's the craziest thing that somebody whose music, probably one of the best R&B singers of all fucking time, arguably, you have your choice of the top vagina, and you chose to fuck with little kids. You a sick individual. Stay your ass in there. Don't drop the soap.
Now, with the R. Kelly thing, right? Now, you know, you got to put it in like context, kind of, right? So first off, he's a sicko. That we know he's sick. Now, when I read the charges, after reading the charges, I'll probably say 30 years for that nigga, you know, is somewhat fair, right? Now, however,
I'm waiting for the...
Nah. It's fair. Now, when we look at the charges, like, for example, like with the Aaliyah thing, right? They listed her as a Jane Doe, but they said that he was trying to marry her, right? Because she was supposedly pregnant with his baby.
She was 15.
Yeah, right? And
he was 29 at the time.
Yeah, right? And he got a racketeering charge because he instructed somebody to, like, fake her identification. Now, that's a racketeering charge for faking the identification. And
so you don't find it wrong for a 29-year-old man to try to go all out to try to fake a marriage with a 15-year-old girl?
No, listen, right? I definitely do, and like he's wrong, but like here's where like the context comes, right? The context comes in with he got charged and convicted of that racketeering charge. He didn't get charged and convicted with fucking the 15-year-old.
Do you think it was because at the time a lot of people they didn't blink an eye to it, and then two, he was so mega fucking famous. That's the problem. People probably been saying, "Hey, R. Kelly did this to me," and they're like, "No, that nigga is top of the top. We don't want to fucking hear that shit." That's the problem. It felt like everybody now has a voice now, and they're able to speak out now. Like at the time when he was top of the top,
yeah,
bro, they wasn't tripping. He had a whole video, bro, of peeing on an underage fucking girl.
That's false.
That's not false, nigga. This is truth.
He got acquitted.
They have many videos.
He got acquitted of that,
bro.
though.
They have multiple videos of him, bro, having sex with underage people, bro. Having even older girls dress up like boys and all type of shit. Some crazy shit. You know, they saying that he put people in cages and was feeding them pee and all type of shit, bro.
Now,
having little coats, like, there's no way that you can fucking make this shit into anything cool. It's not cool. This shit is weird as fuck.
No, listen, so, and here's my thing though, right? So, like, people will bring up like the past and say, yo, and he was on camera fucking a 13-year-old girl, right? And peeing on her like that. He got acquitted of that. So, like, we really can't hold that against him.
Let's not act like fame, money, and good lawyers can't get you out of sticky situations. You know what I'm saying? If that was any other person at the time and they did that same exact thing, they would be under the fucking jail to this day, Flakko.
You can't hold it against him if he got acquitted of it, right?
So you don't think it was him?
No.
You a crazy nigga, bro.
Yo, listen, right? Again, like, I'm all for being fair, right? If that person went to court, I seen it. Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
And you don't think it's R. Kelly?
Wait, and to be fair, I seen it when I was underage as well. So yeah.
What? It doesn't even make sense.
It's like child porn since a girl was like 13 or 14 years old. So
they don't make it any better. And they say that they have multiple videos with the same girl and other girls. You still don't believe that was him in that video? And you don't think that money for them lawyers and the fame and everything didn't play a part of him being able to skate away? And it's not just R. Kelly. There's a lot of fucking celebrities. There's a lot of people in the past that are now having to atone for their crimes. People are speaking out now.
Of course.
And I feel that they should.
So currently he got convicted of the sex trafficking, the racketeering, et cetera, et cetera. His next case, I believe, is when they dive deeper into the fucking underage girls. But right now he really has not been convicted yet of sticking his penis in a 15, 14-year-old girl.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Flakko.
Yeah.
Do you think R. Kelly has ever had sexual relations with any underage girl?
My beliefs, yes, but because again, and R. Kelly is very mentally delayed.
Go down, right?
I'm saying he should go down once he's convicted of that, right? Meaning, again, we can't say again. He was convicted of the racketeering and sex trafficking. Now his next case is when he's being charged with fucking underage.
Imagine being a parent.
Yeah.
I have a 13-year-old daughter right now.
Yeah.
Imagine that this guy does some sick shit. Not only hollering at a little girl, but puts her on fucking video for his own enjoyment and do all type of shit, bro. And you don't get justice for what, 20 years damn near? 15, 20 years? You're just now being able to get justice for that, bro?
I mean, most of those parents, though, co-signed that, though, right? Right? Listen, most of those parents brought their daughters to, R. Kelly.
I wouldn't say that they co-signed it, but a lot of them was, blinded by the fame, and they did do some bullshit. I agree with you on that part.
Yeah. Again, I was once criticized for jumping the gun, right? So I'm saying this. Again, in his past history, we can't say that was him and on camera, right? So we can't even say it, right? Because he was acquitted of it. Now, listen, and he was convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking. Now, do I believe that R. Kelly is the head of a criminal organization, sex trafficking women? I don't believe that. But however, he was convicted of it. That's him. Now, we can say this, he's a sicko. But however, when you go deep into saying he fucked an underage girl, that man still has to have his day in court and get convicted of it, right?
Yeah, you're right about that. But, bro, you got to also remember, bro, how famous he was, bro. Mm-hmm. And then let's keep it real. We didn't have social media, bro. We didn't have none of this Twitter. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have MySpace. We didn't have nothing. So if you're somebody, bro, you were basically voiceless. You can say R. Kelly did this, but who are you really going to tell?
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also too, right? To me, it's once R. Kelly, goes to court and gets found, guilty of actually having sex with those, underage girls, right?
Then you're gonna say,
I believe no. Their parents should also be going to jail as well. Because let's be real, R. Kelly couldn't read. R. Kelly is mentally delayed. He has a 3rd grade education reading level right now, right? So if R. Kelly was being manipulated by, let's say, those underage girls' parents, right? Because I do believe that one of their parents, whether it was Aaliyah or somebody, right, was R. Kelly's, let's say, like, manager. And he used Aaliyah as bait to pretty much fuck over R. Kelly for all of his masters, right? So if those people purposely put those little girls in front of him, knowing damn well he has a 3rd grade reading education, right? You know, like he's right, like, and he like thinks like as like an adolescent, right? So if they purposely did that so they could fuck him over or get paid, then if R. Kelly goes down for it, let their parents also go down for it as well.
Yeah, you said it. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be right back with no jumper news. Thank you.